Welcome back everyone to Catherine's Plates. Today I'm going to show you how to make a homemade butter pecan cake with a buttercream frosting. It's almost as easy as just making one out of a box. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to take pecans and we're going to butter toast them so that we can put those in the cake mix. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start by toasting pecans into butter. What I'm going to do is place a medium skillet over medium-high heat. Okay, I've just put a whole stick of butter into our pan. What we want to do is melt the butter, and then what we're going to do is bring this to a sizzle. And as you can see, a nice simmer is going on right here, and that's what we're looking for. Okay, I've got some chopped up pecans here. I'm going to add 3 cups into the butter. We're going to stir these around until they're nice and coated with the butter. Now it seems like a lot, but it's going to be used twice in the recipe. We're just going to allow these to simmer in the butter for 5 minutes. They're going to get nice and toasty. It smells like butter pecan ice cream. It smells delicious. You want to make sure that you're continually stirring these. We're going to turn off the burner. We're going to place these in just a medium bowl. That way they can cool off and stop the cooking process. We're going to go ahead and start the cake batter. In a large bowl, we're going to add 2/3 cup of room softened butter. We're going to use our electric hand mixer. I'm going to beat the butter until it is nice and light and fluffy. It'll take about 2 to 3 minutes. What we're going to do is beat in 1.5 cups of white granulated sugar. We want to do this a little at a time. We're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of some vanilla. We're going to add 2 eggs, one at a time, and beat them in. In a medium bowl, I'm just going to sift 2 cups of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. To our batter, we're going to add half of our flour mixture, 1/2 cup of milk. We're going to mix this until combined. We're going to add the rest of the flour and the other 1/2 cup of milk. Pull down the sides a little bit. We're going to mix this until well combined. Okay, I'm going to take our toasted buttered pecans that we've cooled off, and I'm going to place about 1/3 of these, which is about 1 cup, into our mixture. We're going to fold this in. got a 9 by 13 baking dish. I'm going to coat it with some baking spray that has flour in it. Or you can lightly grease your baking dish and then put some flour in it and shake it all around and then pour out the excess. Okay, we just added the batter to our prepared baking dish here and just smoothed it out evenly. We're going to place this in the oven that's been preheating at 350 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes until it's nice and lightly golden on the top and it pulls away from the edges. And then you want to make sure that you're doing the toothpick test. Just place it into the center of the cake and it should come out clean. Okay, I've pulled this out of the oven at the 30-minute mark. It's nice and golden on the top and it's pulled away from the sides. I did the toothpick test before I pulled it out and it came out nice and clean. So what we're going to do is cool this down completely in the baking dish, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to ice it. I'm so ready now to make our buttercream frosting. The cake is cooled completely. So what I'm going to do first off is I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of softened butter to a large bowl. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla to the butter, or a little more. I'm going to be using my electric hand mixer with the whisk attachment, and I'm just going to blend this up until the butter is nice and light and fluffy. We're going to add in 2 cups of powdered sugar. And I'm going to put in about 2 tablespoons of milk. We're going to blend this. We're going to add 2 more cups of powdered sugar. This will be 4 cups all together. I'm going to add 2 more tablespoons of some milk. Now just keep an eye on it. If you feel like you need to add more milk, then we can add more milk. But we don't want it runny. We want a nice thick consistency to ice the cake with. That looks really good. What a nice consistency. Okay, we're going to go ahead now and frost our cake. I'm going to be using an offset spatula. That really helps when you're icing a cake. Keeps that icing from pulling up the cake while you're icing it. Get all that off of there. Okay, I'm going to take the rest of those butter toasted pecans, sprinkle them all over the cake. All right, who's ready for a bite? I'm going to tell you that you can do this in 2 8-inch cake pans or 2 9-inch cake pans if you want to do a double layered cake. I would just probably make more frosting for it, but you could do this batch and see if you have enough, or you can just make some more. But anyway, here we go. Let me dive in for you. Cannot wait. Wow, you guys, this cake is amazing. The crumb on it, nice and moist, full of flavor, from those buttered pecans that I toasted. This didn't come out of a box. It came out of my pantry. It's really simple, you guys. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification. That way, you'll know when my shows are posted. All right, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Pinterest. I'm over on my recipe blog, www.catherinesplates.com. I will see you on my next episode.